Well, here we are at the Galleries of Justice. A very foreboding place. And very loud. If we wait a few seconds... Okay, let's go inside. After the so-called Galleries of Justice had sent all the criminals to Australia, it became somewhat obsolete. So, in the 19th century, it became a boarding school for troubled boys. Boys not troubled enough for convict land, but too much trouble for Oxford. Dictionary. So yes, a very scary place. At least it used to be. One such troubled boy was Thomas. Never one for loving homework, he would put it off for as long as possible, once even putting his books down this laneway and leaving them. But when Thomas fetched them the next morning, he was shocked to find his homework mysteriously completed. Equations had been equated, his Shakespeare report had been Shakespeared, and other such things were done too. Being in a highly religious era, Thomas assumed it had been completed by God. So the next day, he wrote in his book, "What is the meaning of life?" leaving it again in the laneway. Hurrying back to his room, Thomas could not wait for the answer. He barely slept a wink, got up early, and rushed down to the laneway, opened up his book, and under the meaning of life had been scribbled, he was then brutally murdered and buried underneath the cobblestones of the Galleries of Justice. The moral of the story? Don't get brutally murdered and buried under the cobblestones of the Galleries of Justice. Oh, and everybody knows, the meaning of life is 42. Well, that was the Galleries of Justice.
Walkabouter'sGuide Guide to Australia. It is grim but funny.